what's going on, everybody? What is this? Type something? What is this supposed to be? That wasn't up before. Why does type something up? I can't even type anything even if I wanted to. It won't let me. Whatever. I guess it'll just say type something for now. So, this is the last packet that you guys have to download for me for your math high school careers. So this is all you got. It's all going to be review stuff. This first one's going to be complex fraction review. I'm only going to do one page at a time. There's 3 pages, so if everything goes according to plan, we should be done with everything by Wednesday. There's certain parts of this packet that you guys are going to be doing with me, and then there's certain parts of this packet where I'm going to have you guys do it on your own. Today, I planned on doing 2 questions with you guys. The one that's at the top, just under complex fraction review, and then I was also going to do part A, and then I was going to leave the last 3 for you guys to complete on your own. It's going to be very similar to that on each page. So I'm just going to get right to it. The first part says simplify the complex fraction. So we did complex fractions earlier this year. The reason why I'm doing it again is because these are probably one of the most popular things that you guys will do if you have to go into a pre-calculus course in college. Complex fractions will start getting trig functions. I haven't done trig functions with you, nor do I even want to start doing that with you guys. That's for the students that plan or have to take pre-calc in college. But anyways, when we have complex fractions, these are actually fractions inside of fractions, and we have 4 small fractions here. Even though you see 3 fractions, there is a 4th, and that 4th one is the 2. You just have to make sure you put it over 1 first. First thing I told you guys to do is find an LCD. So the first thing we want to do is find that LCD. So we're just going to look at all those denominators, which are 1, a squared, and 2. So in order to find that LCD, you just have to figure out what all of them, what they all have in common. I always say start with the coefficients. The coefficients in this case are just 1 and 2, since we have a and a squared and there's a 1 in front. So 1 and 2 both can fit into 2. So our LCD is going to have a 2 in it. And then when you guys go to do the variables, the trick that I always taught you guys to do was to find the larger exponent. So we have a and we have a squared. Well, a squared is your larger exponent. So 2a squared will be your LCD. Now what we have to do is just multiply that to every single fraction. And if it helps, you can put it over 1. I'm just going to do it to every fraction. And then I told you guys, hey, after we multiply this through, we did this thing called cross-reducing. So first step was multiply LCD. I'll write it out in steps so you guys have it, just in case if you forgot. Let me change the color of this. I'll make this red. So we found the LCD. The second step is to multiply to all fractions. So now we're going to do the multiplication. The first one, there's nothing we can cancel out. So we have to just multiply straight across, and 2a squared times 2 would be 4a squared. Minus, we can do 1 times 2a squared, which in this case is going to just be, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to cross-reduce. We can cross-reduce because you have an a squared on the top, and you have an a on the bottom. So we can cancel out 1a on both of those, and you'd just be left with 2a. So cross-canceling is very important when you come down to these. It'll help you reduce everything down for to simplify that problem. If I go to the bottom, I have 2a squared times 1 over a squared. Well, we have an a squared on the top, and we have an a squared on the bottom, so those will cancel out. So we're just left with 2 times 1 minus, and the last part you only have a 2 that's in common on top and bottom. So we can cross off those 2's and we just have a squared. After you guys multiply by the LCD, there's only 2 steps left. The third step is to factor. So we can factor top and bottom. The top can be factored using GCF. They both have a 2a in common. So if I pull out a 2a, I would be left with a 2a minus 1. I can also factor the bottom. No, I can't factor the bottom. The bottom is 2 minus a squared. That cannot be factored with the use of dots. So, and there's no GCF there. So I guess it just stays exactly the same. So after you factor, the last thing you have to check for is if you can reduce it. And in this particular problem, there's nothing that can be reduced on top and bottom, so that's it. Okay. So I'm hoping that this looks familiar to you guys. I think we did it twice this year. We did it at the beginning of the school year, and then we did it again probably like 3 months ago. I'm going to do one more with you guys. I'm going to do just letter A. So very, very similar. I'm going to walk through all the steps. Sorry that it looks a little fuzzy. Instead of me typing it all over again, I just did a screenshot and then pasted the problems, because one of these problems would probably take me like 5 minutes to type up with all the different types of fractions. So in this one, again, the first thing we are doing is we're looking for the LCD. In this case, I got to make sure they're all fractions, so I got to put the 3 over 1. So the only coefficients here are 1 and 2, so once again, the coefficient will just be 2. And then we have a and a squared, and you always want to pick the largest exponent, which in this case is a squared. And now we're just going to multiply it all through. So I'm going to multiply everything by 2a squared. Again, if you want to put it over 1, if that helps you out, you can do it. And now when I go to multiply this out, I'm just looking to see if anything can cancel. In the first one, there's a 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. In the second one, there's only 1a. Did I pick the same exact problem? This is very, very similar. No, they're different numbers. We can cancel out 1a here. In the next one, there's nothing that can cancel. And in the last one, we can cancel out those a squareds. So we are left with an a squared minus a 2a on the top all over a 6a squared minus 2 on the bottom. From there, we just want to factor. So on the top, we can pull out an a, and we would be left with a minus 2. On the bottom, we can pull out a 2, and we would be left with a 3a squared minus 1. Once again, we factored it all. We can't do dots on the bottom. There's nothing else we can do there. There's nothing that's exactly the same on top and bottom, so there's nothing else that we can cancel out here. Okay? So, very, very short lesson today. It's going to be very short lessons this week. Those last 3 questions that are here are for you guys to do on your own. So that's part of the assignment. This is the last assignment that you guys will be doing for this week. The same thing's going to happen on the next page. I'll do the first 2 with you guys. So if you guys remember how to do these complex fractions like these, you can get a jump start and do B, C, and D on the second page. If you don't remember it, it's okay, because I'm going to do those first 2 with you guys tomorrow. And then the last ones, solving rational polynomial equations. These are going into the actual equation portion, and it's going to be the same thing. I'll do the first two, and then those last three will be assigned for you guys. So if you want to get a jump start and just be done with it, go for it. If not, no big deal. I'm going to be teaching it to you guys tomorrow and Wednesday. And Wednesday should be the last day of me having to come on here and teach you guys. I'll still be doing Zooms and everything. You could still check out the YouTube and see any videos that you need to see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hannah, I'll see you tomorrow. Have fun at work. Anybody else that's in here, I will see you guys tomorrow as well. And I hope you guys have an awesome evening. It's beautiful out. Go enjoy the day. See you guys.